I'm gonna try to make this video as calm as possible. On January 31st, 2023, I was arrested in Baltimore County by Baltimore County Police because a Baltimore City police sergeant off duty called in a false report that I pointed my gun at him. You're probably wondering how all of that happened. Well, I was in my Cadillac DTS at a stop sign on Tree Line Drive, and I was broken down. I had my hazard lights on. I was at the stop sign, pretty much parked because I couldn't get around the corner because I was having an issue with my hand controls. I had just taken my vehicle to a shop to have, I had a flat tire, and they resealed the tire, did whatever they had to do. That failed. They removed my driver's hand controls, and they didn't put them back on properly. And it slid off the brake. I almost had an accident at that stop sign, so I parked my car, put the hazards on, and the vehicle shut off because the brake light, traction light, all the lights came on, car shut off. So my daughter, Janaea, was a couple of vehicles behind me, and I believe in front of her was Sergeant Brandon Sanchez in a black Dodge Durango with what looked to be 0% tint on it. Couldn't see through, couldn't see in, couldn't see out. He got out his Durango, started yelling and screaming. He said, "Yo, move this fucking car out the road." I said, "Yo, make me move it." I said, "The fucking car is broke." So I jumped in the car, started it up, made the right turn right there at that stop sign, and stopped my car right there because I still didn't have my pedals on. Couldn't control the car, couldn't drive it, accelerate or brake. So he gets out of his Durango again and says, "I'm the fucking police," yada, 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 shows his badge and his gun or whatever. And he says, "Oh, you drive for Lyft?" Because I have a Lyft sticker in the back of my Cadillac. He said, "Oh, I got something for your ass. I'm gonna get you fucking fired. I'm gonna get your tag." I said, "I don't give a fuck about that." We yelling back and forth at each other, right? Cool. He's already identified himself as the fucking police. He said, "I'm the fucking police. Move this fucking vehicle now." That's what he said, Brandon Sanchez. Jumps in his vehicle. He tears around two vehicles, makes the turn at the stop sign, and stops directly in front of me in his Durango, where I'm looking at his passenger window. And then he goes diagonally in front of my Cadillac to cut me off so that I can't move. So at this time, my daughter pulls up behind, and I jump in my, let me not leave this out. I reached under the seat for my gun, which was holstered. It was in the holster. I retrieved my weapon and had it trained to the ground at my right side at the ready, in the holster. I never unholstered my weapon. He pulls off, cuts my car off, blocks my vehicle so that I cannot move. I jump him, I throw the gun on the floorboard of the car, driver's side floor. I drive off. Drove around his Durango, which was in the middle of the street, blocking me so I couldn't get off. I drive off. My daughter directly behind me. Police Sergeant Brandon Sanchez directly behind her, driving erratically as fuck, almost ran my daughter off the road with her 1.5-year-old son in the vehicle, attempting to keep up with me, I guess. I ran a couple of lights, pulled into the Exxon, where I was met by 4 to 5 Baltimore County police officers in the Explorers. Police Sergeant Sanchez followed us into the Exxon station, where he sat there until he saw them handcuff me, and then he left. The reason that he left is because, as he stated to me while he was yelling at me in the middle of the street, he was late for roll call. So the moral of this whole thing is he was suffering from road rage. He saw a broken down pedestrian with his hazards on, a double amputee. Okay? I don't know if y'all know it or not, but I ain't got no legs. I ain't got no legs. Okay? Watch this. I ain't got no legs. You think I'm playing? That's one off. Okay? You get the point. I'm having trouble. That's 2 off, okay? That's me right there. I'm a double amputee, okay? You see it? That's me, okay? So I stood there on one leg in the middle of the street, going back and forth with a Baltimore City police sergeant, a professional, okay? A sergeant, a man who's supposed to make sure that the officers under him do the right thing, who stood in the middle of the street and exchanged vulgarities and proclivities with a citizen, a civilian, like he was a common thug, revealed his badge and his gun like he was a common thug. Let me ask you this. By him revealing his badge and his gun and telling me that he was late for his roll call, was that helping my vehicle that was clearly in distress?
Excuse me, sir. I just had an update on your car.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll be back with y'all later. But that's the reason that I was incarcerated in Baltimore County.